Hi everyone, so today I thought I'd do my intro for my project plan for 2019 because I'm so excited to do another one. New year, hopefully I can go through more products. I feel like for 2018 I did pretty well and I did actually learn a lot from it. So I was very encouraged by that and I just want to continue to focus on using up makeup. So I thought I'd do this a little bit differently and sit down, bring out my collection and just go through what I have and pick out products like that. So I have got my blush collection here and I have, as you can see, far too many blushes. I really don't want to have this many. But there are actually a few that I have not used very much or used maybe once, including this Suqqu one. So I think I'm going to include this one in my project pan. This is the Suqqu Juicy Bright Cream Blush in 101. This was a limited edition thing. It's a nice color, and so I feel like this is something that I could easily incorporate into my routine. I do actually want to focus more on finishing up cream products just because I know that they go off much quicker. So I'm also going to include this one from 3, and this is one of their Epic Dash in State of Grace 11, and I actually bought this when I was in Japan in August, so I really actually like this shade. I've been trying to finish up this one, which is the one in 02, and I've basically used it up because when I do put it on my cheeks it hardly comes up with any product. So I'm going to be done with this soon and then swap this one into my rotation. I've also got this cream paint from Moonshot. Moonshot is a Korean brand. I was there in September 2016, and this is actually a really nice product. It is very sticky though, so I do want to use this up because I feel like 2016, I was like, by the end of next year it'll be 3 years, so I want to get this out of my life, and I do want to just get good use out of it. So I think I'm going to include this 3. Those are all the cream products I have, so those are the 3 blushes that I'll be focusing on in 2019. Moving on to bronzers, highlighters, there's a lot. I have no idea why I accumulated this many products, but I want to get through them, and I have a lot of cream liquid formulas in my collection. So these 3 from Iconic London, I want to focus on using them up. I actually used up one of the Cover FX ones of these in my last project pan, and I feel like I can get use out of these by mixing them in with foundations, or depending on the color I just might use it as a straight up bronzer or highlighter. We'll see. I have used this a little bit and I don't actually like these as much as the Cover FX ones. I find that these are a little bit more, they're not as seamless in the skin, they don't blend as nicely. So we'll see how I go with these, but I've got 3 of them. I want all of them out of my collection. I've also got this Strobe Cream from MAC, and I want to use this up as well. I would say this is more of a primer as an illuminating base, but I am going to include this as well. I also have a few stick products as well, and I don't know if it's too ambitious to be using up all of them. This is one that I bought from this kind of like an organic makeup store in New York. This is by the brand Well People, and I think I got this on Lisa Eldridge's recommendation, but there's so much product. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to finish this in a year. I really do want to finish it though. We're gonna see how we go. And I've also got these 3 from Fenty Beauty. I've got a contour stick, which I have used a little bit. There is as well quite a lot of product. I feel like I can get through quite a lot of cream products just because I do prefer cream over powders. So I'm going to be interested to see how I go with this. This is kind of like a highlighter as well, a peachy highlighter. And there's a crap ton of it. There's so much. I don't really tend to go for colors like this, but we're going to try it. I'm going to put these in to my project pan as well. And this is the shade Bamboo. This is a concealer. And I don't think I've ever used this. I might have swatched it a few times and never used it. I also have the Makeup Forever Soft Light Illuminator. I've used this a few times and I'm really not sure how I like it. So we're gonna include it, and if I really don't like it, this is just gonna be decluttered, because I have learned that I do not like forcing myself to use products I don't like. And I think that is all the cream products I have. I also do have, I have one from Colourpop Hippo, and then I also have this Super Shock Cheek in Aphrodisiac, but I'm not really that keen on using these because this is a purple highlighter and I'm not going to wear purple highlighter on a daily basis. This is a $5 bronzer, so I think I want to focus on my more high-end expensive makeup. I also have this Makeup Monsters green highlighter as well. They no longer make these. And I think this was a free with purchase because I would not purchase a green highlighter. I am not going to include it in my project pan because, again, not going to wear a green highlighter on a daily basis. I forgot to include this one, but I actually am going to include the Rouge Bunny Rouge Sea of Illumination Highlighting Liquid as well. It's a small pump bottle, so I think I can do it. So these are all the bronzers and highlighters I'm going to include in my project pan. Is that a lot? It probably is. Moving on to primers, I actually don't have that many primers that I won't include because I actually don't... I mean, I tend to use the same ones over and over. The Toucher Silk Canvas is one that I recently discovered and I really like. So I'm not going to include that in my project pan because it's one that I know I'm going to be using all the time anyway. I am, though, going to include these 3 primers because they're ones that I've just not used very much. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Magic Base. I bought this in a Priceline sale like a year ago and I've never used it. This is one from KIKO Milano that my mum got for me when she was in Italy, and I have not used it either. So I'm interested to see how they go. I've heard good things about this. I don't know about this at all. And then I'm also going to include the Aqua Primer from Rouge Bunny Rouge, which was a recent purchase. 3 primers, I think I can do 3 primers. So the next category is my foundations, and I actually don't have that many because I have been focusing on just using up what I have, and I don't think I purchased many foundations in 2018. I've got the Kogendo Aqua Foundation in 123. I just finished 143, and this is in the old formula. I've heard that they have reformulated this and I'm so sad about it. You can't tell, but this is almost done. I cannot actually pump any more out. I have to tip it out. So I think this would be nearly done. I just have kind of been holding off using it because I know that it's discontinued and I really like it. But I just have to use it up because I don't want to keep foundations just sitting there. So that is one that's on my list. Another one that I really like is the MAC Face and Body Foundation in Light Pearl. This is a limited edition one. It actually is quite dark for me, so I think that I'll need to mix something in to actually get it to a better color match for me. Then I've got the Suqqu Nude Wear Liquid Foundation. I don't like this that much, but it's an expensive foundation and I know it looks okay on my skin. It's just not my favorite for the price. So I'm gonna force myself to use this one. And then lastly, we've got this L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. I bought this again at that Priceline sale and I've used it a handful of times. It's very matte and full coverage for my preference. So I'm gonna be including other illuminating products just to make it a little bit more sheer, dewy, glowy. The things that I like in a foundation. Those are all the foundations, 5. Oh, I also forgot to mention this Suqqu Perfecting Cushion foundation. I've tried this a few times. I'm not the biggest fan of this cushion applicator. I prefer a brush personally. And there is a bit of product in here. I also have the refill. So I plan on using this plus the refill. And then last category is concealers, and I don't have that many either, thankfully. So the concealer that I use on a regular basis are my Maybelline Age Rewind concealers. I've tried so many concealers. I just really like that one. It's relatively cheap. It has good coverage. It's dewy. Doesn't make my under eye area look really dry or anything like that. And I like it. But then I've got other concealers that just get neglected because I keep using the same thing. So I'm going to include those 3, not my regular concealers. And these are these 3 here. This is a new one for me. This is the Rouge Bunny Rouge Light Corrective Eye Primer. This looks more like a concealer on me, so I'm going to use it like a concealer. Then we've got this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I've made a good chunk of progress, but I just need to finish that tiny little bit off, and I just don't reach for it again because I've got my other Maybelline concealers and I want to use this up. And then lastly, I've got this 3 concealer palette, and I really have not used very much of it at all, so it needs to be used. I don't think I'm gonna finish the powders, but I am gonna try and make hit pan or use up these 2 concealers up here. We'll see, because I haven't used this in ages and I don't know if the color match is good for me. It looks okay though. So those are all the products that I'm gonna be including for my project pan for 2019. They're all liquid cream products, all complexion products, but the reason why I have done it that way is because this year I want to focus on using up those products and then eventually get to the point where I only have 1 or 2 foundations, 1 or 2 concealers, 1 or 2 highlighters, bronzers, and all that. I know what shades look good on me and I know what formulas look good on me, and I just need to get a lot of these out of my life. So hopefully wish me luck. It is a lot more products. How many products are there? I didn't actually count. 23 products. It's 23 products. It's a bit more than what I had last year, but I do just want to focus on winding down this part of my collection. And I know that the liquid stuff goes off first, so I'm prioritizing those. I also know that personally I like using these textures more than powders, so I feel like this is more realistic for me. I think I'm setting myself up for success rather than knowing, like, using products that I know I just don't suit my skin and I don't like. So yeah, I am excited to use these products because a lot of them I have not used, and then some of them I just haven't used for ages. So yeah, wish me luck, and let me know in the comments below if you are doing project pan. What are you project panning this year? Anyway, if you want to see more of my face, please subscribe, and I hope to catch you next one. Thanks for watching.